Perfect. Good afternoon. My name is Amy Woodward. I am the Public Information Coordinator with the City of Sheridan and the Sheridan Police Department. We are here today to announce the name of a victim in a homicide cold case. In a few moments, Detective Brian Penry will make a statement, followed by criminal analyst Audrey Simpkins with CBI and Senior Chief Deputy District Attorney Chris Wilcox with Arapahoe DA. We will not be taking questions today. However, if you have any clarifications, you can send those directly to me. We really need your help today in announcing the name of our victim and for asking the public's help for more information. I just want to thank you for being here, and at the end, I will be distributing photos of our victim. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Detective Brian Penry. My name is spelled B-R-Y-A-N-P-E-N-R-Y. I'm very pleased to make the important announcement that we have identified the victim in a 33-year-old cold case homicide. The victim, who was previously known as John Doe, has been identified as Akram Bada'am. His name is spelled A-K-R-A-M-B-A-D-A''A''N. Akram Bada'am, who was 36 years old at the time, was the victim of a homicide in late August 1988. His body was found in the 2800 block of West Oxford Avenue. This positive identification was made through the hard work and unwavering commitment of the Sheridan Police Department and through collaboration and teamwork with other agencies, including Solved by DNA, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security Investigations, the Arapahoe County Coroner's Office, Parabon Nanolabs, and other law enforcement partners. The most important thing in this case, aside from giving the victim justice, is giving the victim his name back. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the agencies that assisted in identifying Akram Bada'am. I would also like to thank the Sheridan Police Department detectives for their dedication over the last 33 years. Through the advancements in DNA analysis, Akram Bada'am was identified using DNA and genetic genealogy. That traced his family back to Israel. From there, our detectives, along with assistance from other agencies, were able to identify Akram and locate his family. We positively identified him using DNA and other government records. Identifying Mr. Bada'am, who was once our John Doe, is the first step of many in solving this cold case. As such, this case remains an active investigation. Today we're asking for the public's help for any information they might have on Akram Bada'am or any information they might have surrounding his death. Anyone with information about Akram Bada'am is asked to contact Metro Denver Crime Stoppers at 720-913-7867. Tips can also be submitted online at Metro Denver Crime Stoppers website, which is www.metrodenvercrimestoppers.com. A $2,000 reward is available. Tipsters may remain anonymous. To be eligible for the Crime Stoppers reward, we ask that you contact the Metro Denver Crime Stoppers and not the Sheridan Police Department. At this time, I would like to introduce criminal analyst Audrey Simpkins from the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, who has partnered with me since I took over this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Penry. As he said, my name is Audrey Simpkins. I'm an analyst with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. My name is spelled A-U-D-R-E-Y. My last name is Simpkins, S-I-M-K-I-N-S. The CBI has recently become more involved in the world of forensic genetic genealogy and has taken a particular interest in John and Jane Doe cases across the state. The CBI has been involved in this case since 1989. In 2020, the Sheridan Police Department asked the CBI to review this case again. During that review, several items of evidence were identified. The review would not have been possible without the original detectives' work, the coroner's offices, the crime scene personnel, who collected and preserved this evidence for the last 33 years. The review identified the need for additional DNA and fingerprint analysis. The DNA analysis confirmed enough genetic material existed in these items of evidence to allow us to move forward with genetic genealogy. The CBI laboratory prepared those samples and submitted them to Parabon Nanolabs. The results provided by Parabon indicated John Doe was of Middle Eastern descent. This was a huge break. For decades, we had believed our John Doe was a Mexican national. This new direction allowed us to focus specifically in Israel. A genealogy database similar to what we have here in the States ultimately provided an investigative lead that allowed us to later confirm the identity of Mr. Bada'am. There is still much work to be done in this case. As part of the investigation, we need to understand who Mr. Bada'am was, and we encourage anyone with information to come forward. The CBI looks forward to continuing to work with Detective Penry and our other law enforcement partners. And now I'd like to introduce Senior Chief Deputy District Attorney Chris Wilcox.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Wilcox. That's ChrisWilcox. I'm a Senior Chief Deputy District Attorney for the 18th Judicial District, which is Arapahoe, Douglas, Elbert, and Lincoln counties. I'm very happy to be here today on what Detective Penry described as the first step in this case. We take cold case prosecution and investigation very seriously since our unit was formed to specifically focus on these cases in 2013. And I think it's important that the community and that victims who are waiting for justice know that we will not stop looking for the people responsible for committing heinous crimes like murder. Now, I want to speak directly to anybody who might be considering whether or not they have information about this case, and they might be debating whether or not it's significant. I would encourage you, reach out to Crime Stoppers. Report what you know, share the information that you have, because there's no way to know how small of a tip you might have might direct the course of the investigation over the coming weeks and months as we continue to seek justice. I do want to congratulate the Sheridan Police Department, Detective Penry, as well as our partners at the Colorado Bureau of Investigation for reaching this incredible milestone, and thank Metro Denver Crime Stoppers for their continued support in the pursuit of justice for victims like Mr. Bada'am, who've waited over 3 decades to see justice. Thank you.